Holy shit, where's the stuff? Sorry, 1 second. Oh, Jesus Christ. Nice timing coming, I guess. Nice timing. Wasn't good. Oh, Jesus. That's fucking bad. It's not going to be a good time on this. It's terrible. Another full stop. Jesus. Oh, Jesus. That was bad. See you insane. I don't even know a great time, but no. Even finish it. Just crushing last time. Classic. is going fucking terribly.
The truth is running in our blood. The answers are lying here within.
Hello. Only to look. How's it going? Just playing ESWC maps again, as usual. So me and Kronos on at the moment though. 8 days to go, it's not a long time.
The truth is running in our blood. The answers are lying here within.
I swear Yo-Yo's meant to be streaming like now, or in an hour. Don't know where he is though. Who knows? So yeah, I won't be streaming next Thursday obviously, because that's when I'm travel exposed. It should be pretty much every day until then though. I mean, I might take a day off, but I'll stream like a couple of hours in the evenings. That's not all my training though, I'm just only streaming some of it. Because I do like to do some focused training like off stream as well. Just what I'm doing the rest of the time. The like streaming while I'm training is more, you know, the chilled experience. Like whatever happens, happens. You know? The stuff I'm doing off stream is a bit more focused and just focused on improving my PVs a little bit. There's Carl. Kronos thinks similar ones to what I do. That was really close to Jesus. Yeah, he does pretty much the same thing I do. You drift really close in that penultimate drift, and then you don't carry as much speed into this long section, but you know. It's me and two Frenchies playing that one. Oh, so wide though. Oh, this game hates me at the moment. got a few people on the Dignitas private server. I guess that's where everyone else is by the looks of it. Okay. That's where everyone else is. How much my internet is so low? Really? Yeah, I mean, like, you kind of need good internet to watch because I don't have quality options, so you're just gonna kind of watch in source if you can watch it at all. It's a bit of a shame, but there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I really wish there was, but there's really not. Sorry about that, dude.
Never felt the way that I feel tonight. You've got me feeling like this moment's so right. You take me to that special kind
Thanks for not already been here for a while.
And now I'm dancing like I'm losing my mind. Your touch sends chills down my spine. You make me feel I'm living in a dream.
One second, guys. Just using my phone.
Got me going crazy.
Oh man, people flooding onto the server now. Crazy. Oh wow, Jesus. Alright.
Oh, the hero comes, I can hear the drums and a horse is drawn to the kingdom come through the pale moonlight. Hearts ignite to the call. Oh, claim your prize for a crown of stars in the name of love. Be the sacrifice. You and I will stand and fight our backs to the wall.
This game hates me right now. Ah, no, that was not good. There's a lot of people on the server right now. They just exploded. It's pretty crazy times.
To find after all this time, I'll be okay. 'Cause when the skies turn black and the floor beneath you starts to crack, you know I'm coming back today.
Oh my god. There's less people now, so it shouldn't be too bad. I think there's like 4 or 5 people now. So. Server's a bit packed then. Because you want to practice with cars on, because in the actual matches there'll be other cars that will be forced on during the matches. So. Obviously it's 1v1v1v1, 4 players, so there'll be 3 other cars for you to see on the track at all times. So. It's always good to practice in with cars on, like with a suitable amount of cars practicing. In this case it might be 4 of the cars practicing, but it's about the same. And if other people retire at the start, then usually there's like 2 or 3 other cars for you to play against all the time. At least in the start like this, you can see. It's a good simulation, I guess. You've got to be able to know these corners even if sort of car's covering it up like that. You know? You're just going to know. Just prepare your muscle memory for the event of not seeing the corners with complete clarity, I suppose. And prepare for the pressure of having being able to see other cars in your screen, like towards the end of tracks when it's really tense around. I might have to release gas here actually. Yeah. Oh fuck, still got it. Huh. That looked good. It's close. That was a close one. Cars had a pretty good mid and end the sector in his end. He's got a lot of speed, he's got to slow down, he's got to like release gas to avoid the gear change. He's got the gear change because he didn't release the gas enough. There you go. I guess they're changing the start date? Or the start time? Or asking him about it. I'm gonna try and be around for it, but I don't think I will be, so... If I am, I'll probably stream it. But yeah, practice cup, but... I doubt I'm actually gonna be around for it. So don't be expecting a save the stream during it, unfortunately. And that's the whole. Close race at the front. If it's a bit late, I can probably play. But 3 PM for me is a bit early. Because I'll probably be doing other things. Good race. I don't know why it has to be like at 4 PM Central European time. It's a bit of a stream. Oh fuck. No, I'm still alright. Think. Not playing very consistently right now.
Sometimes I can hear you calling, telling me that I'm a fool.
When I see you in the
Oh, I've got a name Saxon. Got that. Lol. A bit of a food. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, fuck. Carl's got work to do on Monday. Oh, Jesus, that was close. This is gonna be a good time, I think. It's not gonna be PB, but it should be still pretty good. Oh, I got to slow down! Oh, I did take every so much speed. That slow down. Damn it. Oh, I didn't judge that properly. That was me saying that I don't get a slow down very often, and I just completely misjudged it that time. It's a good run as well. It's unfortunate. And that's the wall. Minutes in practice cup. I think that sounds pretty good. Must have been a bit more structured to do on stream, I suppose. Oh man. I think I've carried too much speed again. Yeah, for sure. There we go. I've already did that time. Just release some gas a bit. It's a good time. So we're just gonna play a practice match now if they're gonna play now. Oh, I thought Haki and... I'll be fine with Carl and Raps, that'd be cool. Alright, cool. I'll play one quick run now then, and then yeah, we'll do that then. Alright. So it's gonna be me, Cubase, Carl and Raps, so 2 French guys in the ESWC qualifier, and then me and Cubase are in the World Finals already, so that's gonna be the lineup for the practice match. Chance to just get a bit of consistency training in, I suppose. Time to end it as well. So a good time to end our little practice there. 0.3 is good. So, yeah. We'll move over to that server. Practice match. No, we're about to play practice match. A good warm-up time, I guess. It probably is. Don't know. Got to find out. Looks like it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Here we go. Oh, we're playing on my favourite map first, obviously. Why do we need to restart? Oh. Oh. No lift. But I practiced it. I practiced this earlier today, so I've improved here. Let's put that practice to the test. See if we can consistently do well here in match conditions. That would be nice, because this has been my map that I've struggled on, really. Okay, we'll do one more. Alright, one warm up guys, and then we're going to go straight into a practice match between me, Cubase, Carl and Raps. So, hope you guys enjoy this. Hopefully I don't fail as much as last time I played the practice match, although that match I did come third, I didn't come fourth. So not the end of the world, I suppose. Oh, just some more process. But I'm kind of glad in the sense that it's starting on my worst map, because I've actually been working on this today, so like I said, it's, you know, application of practice almost, I guess. So, let's see how it goes. I improved my PB slightly, but that's not really the point. I was doing quite a few 58s, and I felt far more comfortable doing 58.9s and 59.0s, which is pretty good. And I pretty much got the end down, I think. Well, just ended there. I think I can do that properly now. So, seems to be going well now. It's all about hitting it in the right spot. Just knowing which spot it is, be confident in that. So we sit here waiting for the start of the practice match, and we are off. That's bad landing. Oh, I thought I was going to be able to overtake him then, but totally it's going to be fourth. Might as well stay at the end. Oh, maybe not. Never mind. That Cubase. The sick race. I was looking. God, I took a really risky move. Oh, nice. That should be a good time. I'm just gonna play a safe end because I'm quite 3-8, so you just safe the end every time. You just have a quick glance at where you are in the round, pretty much at that point. Or you should have a good idea of where you are. And I saw that was 0.38, 38 up, safe the end. Why risk a, you know, why risk in the end? Like Kuba said, he just missed finish, so, you know. You know, a pointless risk to take when you've got 10 points in the bag. So we secure the 10 points. We don't do anything stupid. That risky end is for risky, you know, it's for close rounds. Close rounds, I mean.
The world I see is beautiful. The
Stop and calm down. Jeez.
things surrounding us will stay the same. And when I look into my soul, I feel some things are going to change. It's growing stronger and it's taking a hold.
You can save this one as well. Yeah. Nice. So even in Cuba's position as 4th place, like, I would still have taken the safe end then, just because I've come 4th anyway, right? Like, I might as well secure the 3 points of coming 4th. Like, what's the point in not finishing and not taking 3 points, you know? Because not finishing really hurts you, like, so much. So whenever I've got the position pretty much on lockdown, I'll take the safe end. Otherwise, well, we're risky. Oh. That was just really awful line. So here, look, I'm secured 4th place, right? So I'm just gonna take the safe pitch. Race at the front. Hello ladies, hello Rambo, I'm in the middle of a practice match right now. So yeah. That's what's going on right now. Plus 17, that's enough. Again, it's enough, but it's plus 17 ahead. So that's in the first map. That's my worst map, and I've come out on top. So that's good. That's good stuff. That's good improvement. I did 3 59.1s, which was enough in those. Like, I wasn't really pushing after the middle because, like, when I was in the lead, I always took a really, like, conservatively safe end. And now we play Aparico, which I was playing pretty well on. But obviously, it's quite a random track. It's very difficult, so we'll look to secure as many safe points as we can again, especially with such an end. Like, we want to make sure that we're thinking about what we're doing in the end. That's really the key here. Other than the start as well, this start's quite tricky to do consistently well. Like, because of this bump here for one. For this really tight quarter pipe base long drift thing, it's got ramsteins everywhere as well. And this little ramp jump as well can be quite tight. You can see me fail at that. It's... yeah. Again, it's all about playing it quite safely. I mean, in this middle part, there's another dodgy ramstein here. This one's quite dodgy. This one's a basic power sliding, and then you want to somewhat come up the hill, take a nice turn to the left. You don't really want to hit that ramstein. You can do. It's a bit risky though. Avoid the hole, obviously. Don't do what I just did and jump through it. And then coming into this end is where the rounds can be won or lost with a slowdown. So Carl doesn't get the slowdown. I don't know if anyone will get the slowdown. It looks like no one got the slowdown that time, but the slowdown is, it can catch people up. So we got one more warm up, and then we'll be going with the second map. It is Aparico, as you can see in the top right. So yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying this. It's a little practice match with 2 ESWC France guys, so definitely interested to see how Carl's doing, and he seems to be doing pretty well so far. So I know Rapt hasn't been training that much, so he's done some decent times already in the match, like not terrible times. A couple of them. He obviously made some mistakes as well because he's not been training as long as some of the other French dudes, but looks like he's still getting there. He's still got another week anyway, so maybe he can strengthen his position on some of these maps. We'll see. Well, I think definitely Carl can be a contender with another week's practice and like unrusting even more, because he's already got a decent consistency here, like on these maps, and he's the kind of player that can always turn up offline as well. He's he's a very reliably good player offline in general. His record proves that, I would say. So yeah, I'm interested to see how he plays. So. Anything special happened last day? It's not really, just been practicing ESWC. There wasn't an NC match to play because the UK had to default loss. Well, we had to give a default win for Sweden. Like, Sweden got a default win over us, so that sucks. But yeah, it's just the kind of thing that happens. But yeah, just been ESWC practice mainly. Been in college or school most days, every day as well. So just been trying to get these maps down and the rest of the time, maybe. That was really risky. I got away with that. I shouldn't have taken that risk. That was bad of me. That's okay, it paid off this one time. No, it didn't even pay off, it just worked out. The first round on the track's always a bit nervy. So. How far am I ahead? Really far ahead, okay. And I haven't got a lot of speed, so this won't be a slow down. So. Oh wow, it's a Ramstein bug instead, but still controlled it, which is alright. That was an interesting bug I got then actually, because I was just jumping. That was really strange. But we controlled it. I lost a bit of time, but doesn't matter. Again, that was really close, and I didn't hit the Ramstein this time, so I didn't land on the Ramstein. I brushed it with my wheel, which is nowhere near as bad, obviously. Trying to avoid the riskier Ramsteins there, as you can see. Just took quite conservative lines. I'd be pretty confident about doing a match like these. I'd be pretty confident about doing these. I'm not showing a pretty good time as well. This is very conservative play. But it's fast play because I'm not releasing gas anymore. There, and then just in the end, it's pretty basic. That's a good time. It's Razor Sharp by Tristam and Pegbug Nuds. Or Razor Sharp, as in razor, as in a shaving razor. I don't know where Carl went. He retired. But yeah, you can see I did a good time then. So, and you just saw there was nothing too risky about it. I mean, I went over some of the rams a bit, but mostly it was just good drifting without releasing gas, and it's just one of those maps. So if you can do that consistently around the whole map, you're just gonna do a good time anyway. If that makes sense. Just one of those kind of maps. Oh, fuck, that was wide. That was really wide. God damn it. Oh, Jesus. That's a release gas to make sure I didn't crash. It's not gonna be a good time, but it's gonna win me the round, so it doesn't matter. That's a good end though. I'm a safety car at the moment. I think Kuba's good on the Wormy map, but it seems like he's not too well trained on the others. Maybe he's just not feeling good, I don't know. He doesn't seem to have any kind of rhythm on these tracks right now though. We've only 7 days left of practice really, it's not going to be easy for him to gain momentum on like 4 other tracks. Small bug for this one. Didn't really affect them. Just another good time. Have a good time. Nice. Good job. That's it. Swim pretty well. Upper Eco is definitely the map you could tell I've worked a lot on it though, because like I feel comfortable doing that kind of thing. Like it's just not taking ridiculous risks. Hitting this start fairly consistently, unless you hit a Ramstein bug like that, but then, you know. It's just one of those things you gotta accept occasionally you're gonna hit a Ramstein bug. And obviously didn't take the greatest of lines, but obviously it's one of the kind of maps that you don't want to just give up if you just hit a small bug. Because like, I'm half a second behind, but like, that's easily, you know, I could still easily catch this up. With mistakes from the other players and one of them hitting a Ramstein, if I got fortunate, or you know, that kind of thing. So you just, you know, keep in pursuit. You push it a bit more obviously, but I don't like to rely on other people's mistakes obviously, but if you have a round where it doesn't go the best for you, then it's something you kind of have to do. But As you can see, I've got up to seconds. And Carl nearly hit the pole then, so if he'd have hit the pole, I would have won the round. But you know. No, there'll be a lot of it on the stream. There's a second stream. Quite a lot of it's on it. I'll put the schedule in chat once I'm done with this. Hopefully it doesn't take too much longer. So we're actually playing the 3 more technical tracks right now. It'll probably be in French though. There's a schedule. I'll send it to you, like, because second stage will have this on dedicated stream, and quite a lot of the action from Saturday evening onwards will be Trackmania. So, pretty much all of Sundays can be streamed, like Championship Sunday almost, if you know what I mean. The final stages of the loser bracket, the consolation final, and the grand final will all be on the stream. It's just that they've not put any of it on the main stage, so none of it will be on the main stream, but a lot of it will be on the second stream, so you know, it still works out. It's pretty cool, I think, to be honest. Jesus. Yeah, I hit that sometimes, but the problem, like, the only reason I hit that is because I actually landed an awkward angle. It's not actually, well, it is a bug technically, but it's a bug that can be avoided by just going a bit farther up into the jump, if you know what I mean. And I know that, I just wasn't really thinking then. Because I've hit that bug enough times from doing enough, you know, instances of this, you know, this thing, I guess. But that's fine. It will be in French, but to be honest, it's a hype game, isn't it? Yeah, it's a hype game, you know. So everyone else just deletes and just a bit more practicing. Yeah, exactly. It's Trackmania. You know, obviously casting is nice. Obviously, people appreciate people that cast Trackmania, but it's not really necessary. Well, I'm hoping I can get on stream. That would be the aim, the dream almost. Like, it's not really an aim. I don't really have an aim going into the cup, as I've said already. Just do as well as I can. Try my best and try my best to win every match I play. It doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I'm not really willing to put more pressure on myself than that. If that makes sense. Well, there, I'd have landed I had a far more, you know, smoother trajectory of a jump, kind of like a drop, jump, whatever you want to call it. Oh, that was a bad turn. Perhaps can catch me up. He's got a good line, but he doesn't like he has. Well, he's not too far behind me, but I'm good at the sense, so I should still win. Yeah, it's not really a good round. Oh well, good race. Did enough to win, so that matters. Carl hit a gay bug apparently. Oh well. Cuba's not having a good time with it right now. I need 7 more points on my finalist because we're plus playing 100. I think. I haven't actually. I didn't see at the top. I wasn't looking. Cuba hit the small Ramstein bug you can hit at the start. If you guys saw this small slowdown, which is why I deliberately avoid that. As you saw, like I veered wide of the Rams just because that's actually quite common. Now it happens too commonly for my liking. If that makes sense. So I just avoid it because, like, you gain what, a couple of hundreds by not driving on that ram, you know. So it's a bit pointless. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, that was another really bad drift there, but I've carried more speed this time. If I can have a bit around. Yeah, I will. That's a good end. Really good end. It's a good time. 58.91 is pretty good. I'm finalist. One more win. Oh no, we're playing to 120. Never mind. Scratch what I said. I'm not finalist yet. That's fine. Longer cup just needs more practice, I guess. Not more practice is good. To release gas a bit, but it's okay. Yeah, those guys are risking it too much in that turn. Way too much. I take a far safer line, I think. It's like the risk of hitting that side there is so high. Like especially when you're going over a ram sign, like when you're going over a little hump and there's a ram sign, and you're right on the edge of the fucking wall. Like, see, that's just a stupid mistake. That's not me. Everyone else has crashed apparently, so doesn't actually matter. That's actually pretty funny. That was just me making a silly mistake, but everyone else crashed, so it doesn't even matter. Still under 1 minute, which is, I guess, not going to come last in this round. I guess it's 120 finalist. That was a really bad round from me. Just made a silly mistake when I was talking through my thought process regarding that drift that you guys saw. I think it was Raps that clipped the wall. I'm not completely sure, I wasn't really paying too much attention to who does it. It was Carl or Cubase. Raps or Cubase, I think it's Raps. So I much prefer taking that kind of line. Like Carl did a similar one to me as well, but I don't think he carried much speed. I didn't carry much speed either though. It's just been a slow start in general, I think, in this round, yeah. So I see landing further up, you're not going to make that same mistake as I did in the warm-up. And this time we should be actually Raps far behind me. Still gonna risk it a little bit. Well, not even risk it, just and take it super safe. And that was a really bad drift. Yeah, he's gonna catch me up. Sure. No, he's a good end though. Needs a good end. Maybe I can get a bit of lucky. No shit. The risk did not pay off. But when you can afford to risk in that kind of situation, it's fine. I needed 7 points to get finalist anyway, and now I need 4 regardless. So I needed 3rd place anyway, so unless I won, I wasn't going to get finalist for another 2 rounds regardless of what happened in that round. So it doesn't matter. Obviously they've got a few more points on me, but again, it's not really a big deal right now. I actually had the best of times in this, but yeah, I'm still trying to avoid that Ramstein. You see, even though I hit the Ramstein, can cause problems. Like that in that situation, it actually gave me a bit of speed, but needless to say, it doesn't always work out that way. I think I can catch Carl now. Oh, actually, Carl just about got that right, I think. Maybe I can catch him in the end. Nope, I'll be finalist in the race, it's okay. Good race. You felt me breathing down his neck then. I'm finalist, so it's fine. I'm on Boots House next, which is... Okay, it's not the best map to be finalist on actually, because it's a bit random, but it's fine. I almost feel like my 2 strongest maps are Boots House and Katsu. Katseta, or whatever it is called. The last map, so it's fine by me. We'll just play one more maybe, or I don't know. I didn't really play too well then on Blockage, but I feel like I played really well on Aparico, so it's fine. I did some good times on Aparico, so I'm happy with that. And even on Blockage, I did 2 or 3 really good times. Well, I did 1 really good time, 2 or 3 okay times. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Made some mistakes, of course, but it's only a practice cup. And blockage has never really been one of my strongest maps, so anything positive I can take out of it is really good. So I would say this has always been one of my strongest ones. Obviously, I don't feel like I've got more. Like I don't have a lot of confidence to gain a lot of points on the map. It's just that I feel more comfortable playing it. It's more about comfort. I wouldn't say I've got overconfidence about winning rounds because everyone can do 6 times on these maps. It's just more maps that you're more comfortable with more than anything else, if that makes sense. So here I'm quite comfortable. I mean, that wasn't a good time, but it's not terrible. So they want to delete. That's fine by me. It's actually surprisingly close between Carl and Raps. Well, not surprisingly, because they're both good players. But I'm definitely giving Carl the edge. Maybe I think Carl had a bit of a nightmare on blockage in general, though he won that last round, but that had been the first round that he remotely threatened at the top. Because he did have a lead over Rapt, but unfortunately that didn't quite work out for him, apparently. We'll see what happens, I guess, between those two. They can still easily catch me, so let's see what happens. Why I say that I feel this map feels really random is because you actually have to, you're speeding over Ramsteins. That's like the only reason. And there's a really random slowdown in the middle. Well, not really random, but it's quite random compared to like some of the slowdowns. Not this one. It's the next drift after this one. It's like a little long straight now. So I'm not actually on a good time here because I'm trying to talk through my thought process on this map. But this landing now into this turn, you can easily hit a slowdown here. And that guy just did. Whoever that was, I think it was Rapt. Yeah, it's Rapt. So Rapt just hit a slowdown. Or maybe he didn't, he just had a wide line maybe. But oh well. It doesn't really matter. I think I've won this now. As long as I don't make a really stupid mistake. Yeah, this is over. Just make sure I don't go over any of the Ramsteins. Safe end, yeah, GG. Just played it really safe at the end because there's no need to risk. Again, that's the plus of having HUD on, like, as much as cars on helps you do stuff like that, like, only HUD on you can actually judge accurately how far you are ahead. But yeah, that's a game setting match for me, so we'll watch out the rest of it, see how everyone else does. But hopefully you guys enjoyed that practice match. I think I played pretty well on Aprico. I think that was definitely the best. Obviously that one round then wasn't terrible at all. Like, 0.83 is a pretty good time, even though I saved the end a lot, so. I feel like I'm gonna, like, you saw my strategy that I'm gonna try and employ in a lot of the matches. I mean, I don't have to keep it a secret. It's, you know, somewhat wise play, I guess, just, you know, in the straights, just glancing at how far you're ahead if you are ahead, because otherwise you're in the middle of the fight and you can tell it's close, right? But if you are in the lead, like I was in some of those rounds, you've just got to tell that you're in the lead. Like, I don't know if that was Raps that saw himself in the lead then, but it looked like he just risked a lot. I think Raps flew with HUD off, but I'm not completely sure. You might not. But I always take really conservative safe lines, avoid as many Ramsteins as possible if I'm in the lead. Like, I don't care about losing a 10th on the world record at the end. It really doesn't bother me at all. I don't care about doing a good time. I care about the points. You don't win you don't win the ESWC on good times. You win on accumulating the most points and then winning a round at the end in finalist mode. You can see where I'm coming from. So yeah, we'll play out the rest of this. Sorry about the background, by the way. That's my washing machine motoring away. Yeah, just a practice match, nothing serious. Obviously, Carl and Rapt have got a lot more, they're going to be practicing a lot in the next week, I imagine, because unlike most players, they've not actually been playing for the whole 4 weeks, judging by what I've seen, so. Obviously, they're not at their peak now, so it'll be far more interesting to play them in 5 days or so, just before I go. I think. Because obviously they know they've still got work to do on these maps, and they'll be the first to tell you that. So, you know, this is progress for them as well as me. Kuba's just having a bit of fun, I guess. He seems a bit. I don't think he's really trying very hard. So. Kuba's definitely good on one of the maps, so the Wormy map I'm fairly sure he's got a very good time on. I'm fairly sure. But maybe he was just joking around, I don't know. He's not even got a bad time here. He's got 0.53 here, so he's just sort of you know, given up already. But you know, that's fine. It's a practice cup. Can't expect people to play seriously all the way through. Oh well, I would say that wasn't completely focused. I was somewhat trying to talk through my thought process as I was playing. So if you ever see me in a match on the ESWC streams, I don't know, like maybe I'll get lucky and I might end up on stream on one of the days. Then you'll know my thought process if I am indeed in the lead one round. So hopefully that was interesting. We'll just play this out. I'll link that numericable stage schedule because I'm pretty sure there'll be a dedicated second stream. So yeah, let me grab that for you guys. Sorry, I'm just tapped out quickly so I can grab this. It's on the ESWC Twitter, but can't seem to find it. Sorry, I'm tabbed out by the way, I wasn't actually watching the match because I'm trying to find this thing. If the game's frozen, that's because I'm tabbed out. I was just trying to find this link for you guys quickly. I won't be tabbed out for long, I promise. As soon as I find this link. Alright, we found it, okay. I don't have a stream link, unfortunately. So you're just going to have to use this for now and then try and find the stream link afterwards. Although someone will probably link it if they're on stream or like when it's about to start. So wait. I'll go tab back in quickly. I've been invited to play CSGO in Massa. I'll probably go and play CSGO in a bit to be honest. There you go. Okay, so there's the status, and within that you can see the second stage schedule. I presume all those matches that will be on stage should be streamed, because I imagine like last ESWC they'll have a dedicated stream for the stage. Like ESWC and ESWC 2 I imagine there'll be, so just look out for that. Yeah, I'll link it around as soon as I know. Obviously I'll be in Paris, but I will be at the computer fairly often. Obviously I'm at the fucking I'm at the ESWC because I'm at the fucking computer fair bits. So I'll link that around as soon as I know for you guys. Oh, Rapt and Carl are playing. Yeah, they're playing in the ESWC France. Yeah, they are. So they're currently battling for second place. Kube is just pretty much out of it. I mean, he might be able to make the epic comeback, and it's been egged on by Carl. But this is actually I would say this is the map I'm most comfortable on of the three. I guess the fact that I didn't play is probably a good thing, because I want to be put out of my comfort zone in these matches. I want to be able, you know, I need to learn how to play on the other maps, and I definitely made a step towards that in this, so that's good. Yeah, so they're playing in ESWC France against, let's see if I can list everyone in it. There is Kronos, Omnipots, Ludo, Snakey, Azwa and Zoom, and then Rapt and Carl, and there's your 8. So there you go. Yeah, 8 players in that. Top 2 will qualify. Yo-Yo just got a buy into... You got a buy into ESWC World Finals. Oh, you just got, yeah, you got a place in the World Finals directly, so... I presume one of, like, Ludo or Snakey probably replaced someone. Replaced him, rather. Obviously I don't know which one, and I'm not going to speculate, because that would be It'd have been someone that, you know, that hasn't had time to train. So the fact that Ludo's not trained, and the fact that he's primarily been a Canyon player for most of his time around, would suggest that he probably replaced Yo-Yo in that ESWC the French lineup for the French finals. Oh yeah, and one more thing to note, guys, that second stream will have the ESWC France games on. It'll have every game of ESWC France on. So yeah, watch out for that, guys. So all of ESWC France will be on that second stream, I'm fairly sure. So if I'll try and get to a computer for you guys, and then I'll just link it for you guys. So I'll even host a stream, so you can even come to my stream and then you'll see it. I'll put it on the second stream for the weekend if that's alright with you guys. So if you ever do get confused, just come to my stream and I'll host that stream. If indeed it's on Twitch, which I'm pretty sure it will be, but it might not be because French. I know the French community likes Daily Motion as well. So if indeed it's not on Twitch, then I'll just link the stream. I'll try my best for you guys in that respect. In any case, just follow my Twitter and then you'll be able to find it regardless, because I'll just link it whatever it is. Would the final be on the second stream as well? Yeah, everything's going to be on the second stream. Unfortunately, the Trackmania finals won't be on the grand stage this time around, but that was a bit of a trade-off because at the same time, we've got far more stage presence on the second stage, which is still fairly large. It's not a small stage by any means. So, yeah. These guys gonna play this out, or? Yeah, I guess so. Why not, I suppose. Yeah, so that's basically... Yeah, it's sad it's not on the grand final stage, right? But last year there was like nothing and then just the grand final. This time around there will be a lot more coverage. So there's, I guess for people that, the Trackmania community that fervently enjoy watching the game, it's, it's a trade-off they'll be willing to take, I would say. I mean, obviously it doesn't get, the exposure that having the grand final on the main stage would ordinarily bring, but, I don't really think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think there's a lot of, a lot of positives to take out of what's going on, so it's okay. And obviously, as we've seen with the recent Road to Gamers Assembly announcement that everyone should have seen, I guess, like it's been links around everywhere by now. It does seem like Nadia and Ubisoft are going to be supporting the game. They're putting a lot more into supporting the game, like on an esports level. So, Raps finalists now. Yeah. Okay. So, we are nearly done with this, by the way. Free wheels, no. So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy that one. Raps had a really bad start there. Can Raps catch up to Cubase? He's actually had a really bad start. That's really scarce as well. And he's had a pretty poor line there as well. Will Cubase choke under the pressure of leading and denying that third place? He hits a small block, but he does control it. Finally. Yeah. This is dragging on a bit, isn't it? But oh well. Cubase, I believe in the comeback. The comeback is on. It's very much real. We actually hit the slowdown there. But he doesn't hit another one, so it's okay. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I'll stream more practice matches during the next few days, I imagine, because people will be playing them a lot more. So, there might even be another one tonight, I don't know. Depends if other people are around. Oh, Cubase, yeah, that's it. Alright. Alright guys, so thanks for watching that practice match. I'm going to carry on streaming for now. Obviously it's only 8:30, so I'll stream back another. So yeah, thanks to those guys for playing the practice match, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, that was fun, so we'll move back onto the practice server and we'll get practicing again, because you know, it was a good match, we played well, but there's still stuff to build on. Yeah, it was a funny end. It's still an upper eco, so... yeah. So here was like, this is where I picked up the points, this was where I just went, you know... I don't think I won every round here, but I won close to every round, so that was good. That was, you know, that was the aim of me practicing this map a lot, like, over the past couple of weeks. Because it's this map where I think things can, like, you know, dreams can be made or shattered. Because, you know, it's a tricky map and a lot of people dislike it. But, you know. I like it. I think it's quite a tricky tech, but it's wait, Madrid aren't losing to Liverpool, are they? Oh no. That's happening, isn't it? Oh no, they are winning 3-0, okay. Okay, thank God. I say thank God, I'd like Liverpool to do well, but they're just not a good team. No. Well, they're a good team, but they're just not what they were last season, obviously. Losing a player of Suarez's caliber is not going to come without its, you know, repercussions, if you will. Yeah, sis, I've pretty much practiced this map a lot. You can tell I've grinded it. Yeah, sis, it's just I've really like practiced just going off the side of the ramp because it really makes a huge difference on this map. Like on some maps, obviously, like when you're hunting Nadia maps and you go off the side, you gain like a couple of hundreds, right, in these jumps. But in the case that you're immediately in a drift, and jumping off the side of the ramp puts you into that drift. Like if you like just jump off the top of the ramp, you've actually got to initiate the drift yourself and afterwards. Meanwhile, if you just do this, just tap as you land, you save about 2 temps, which is pretty fucking big, obviously. And a lot of people, you know, aren't consistently doing that. I feel like I can consistently do it now, just because I put a lot of time in on this map. I'd say I played this probably the most of the 5, close to. But again, it's the hardest map of the 5. It's the map of the 5 that, if you're good at it, if you're consistent at it, you're going to win a lot on here. So against most people. So yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that match anyway. I know I enjoy playing it. I always enjoy playing practice matches because, you know, it's just a good chance to test your consistency. It's a good chance to test your meta against others and see how you if you've made progress. And as you saw in Utopia, I've made progress. Like we've gone from a position where I was really just not doing anything on that map, and I actually won. I was actually ahead. I mean, I was ahead by 3 points. It was really close with Carl, but considering that was my worst map and I started on the map I'm least comfortable on, well, least comfortable on at the start of today, and I came out on top, that really, you know, that was a nice assurance that I can still make it happen on that map if I'm, you know, playing at my best, if I'm focused, you know, all these kind of things. And again, there's a set strategy on that map as well that I'm going to be, you know, adhering to the whole time, and that's if I'm ahead by a 10th or more, I will take this defender. There's no way on earth I will ever do that risky, and if I'm up a 10th in that last CP, it's not happening. Like, it's just such a, you know, it's such a needless risk to take. Like, I couldn't care less if my time was, you know, 500-600 slower because of it. Like, that really doesn't matter to me. Do you know what the O2 is you're still missing on Utopia? My run had a bad middle. I think my end was okay on there. Actually, no, I don't think my end was that good either. Oh yeah, I do know where it was. Yeah, I've worked on the start. The start was where I was losing a lot. That's why I was like doing slower times in general there a couple of days ago. The main problem was in the little jump that you do at the start. There's like a little jump part. I think you've seen it. You know, before that long drift left. Yeah, that one. Which is like 23 seconds in, maybe. I don't know. Just trying to count which drift it would be. After the fourth drift, where you drift a little bit to the left, or on this one, Tween has a start that no one can match. Like no one's gonna do no one's gonna do close to a 104 in TAC. Didn't get 104s are just freak time, so that's all it is. Like I've been talking to people, and the best sometimes they've done off. Like Insane was telling me, like he was really excited on these starts he did when he was hood off, and he was just like, "Holy shit, I just nailed this start." He was still like 0.14 off Tween start. He just had a complete freak start, and he had a good middle. He didn't have a great end, but it was still a 104. And apparently Carl did a run where he had like a perfect middle, which is like he had some ridiculous lines in the middle where he got a 0.93. So in reality, I don't see myself doing a 104 here anyway. I don't see anyone else doing 104s other than those two. So it's not really a big deal that I'm 0.2 off the mark. And the thing is that I've talked to Carl Jr. about this already, and he said that 0.3s, like he was really happy with doing 0.3s in a match. So like the fact I did 2.4s pretty comfortably, I did a 0.5. It's pretty good. Like it doesn't matter. Like they're just freak times. Yeah. So like you know, that's just. You know. Something like that. Which is pretty good actually. This map's very tricky as well, so I don't think I've got anything to worry about here. The fact that I can actually do consistent times on here is actually a big tell. Because like Omnipos was just talking about that, and he expected lots of crashes, and he's played practice matches here as well, so it just seems to be a general theme on this map that a lot of people are struggling with it. And you could tell why. It's very technical. And obviously he made the map as well, so you'd expect him to, you know, be able to judge best out of most people, considering he's also a very skilled player, about what people will be doing on this one. I'm not sure what people are doing time attack here, probably 105 lows. I guess top seed times would be like 105.2. Maybe a 0.3 would be good as well. Yeah. Depends how much time we get. The top seed times will be 105.1 if we get like half an hour, obviously, but if we're going to only get 7 minutes, it'll be like 105.2, maybe 0.3. 0.3 would be good actually. 0.3 will probably be like top 10, and then 0.2 will probably get you top 3 or 4. I'd imagine. That's how I'd see the TA seeding planning out on this, which he just talked about. He said he can't imagine it. Sorry about the washing machine's got even more milder, sorry about that. But I'm not going to be streaming too much longer in either case, in either way. Yeah, I agree with Coons though, and especially in TA seeding, time should be faster. Should be quite good, sorry. Yeah. It's really enough to make a good time for sure. I don't think I'll have a problem doing a good time in 10 minutes. As long as I'm not hitting the bug like every fucking round. Which would be frustrating, but I'd get over it anyway. I'd make sure that I've done a couple. I'd make sure that I like finish some of the rounds on good times, and then I like make small errors. At least if I just face plant into the wall, I'll restart. But if I hit a small bug and I've not finished the time yet, or I'm still on a decent time even with the bug, I'll carry on and do it, and then bank that time if you will, and then you know move from there. Yeah, well, it's going ham right now. It's going for it. You know, it's like a twin turbo engine. I didn't even know. I do apologise, but you know, it's like there's not really a lot I can do about it, unfortunately. But yeah, I'd actually quite like this being TA seeding. I think I'd do well if it was. Obviously, if stuff like that happened, then I wouldn't. But again, you saw in the rounds, I was avoiding that Ramstein, and that's exactly why I was avoiding that Ramstein. Because that is probably the most unreliable Ramstein on the whole track. So I'll try my best to avoid it. Although I've hit on that Ramstein the Monsters Pass as well, but that one's nowhere near as inconsistent. Usually, most of these just are okay. But that one Ramstein in particular that I've been avoiding has been causing me problems. But obviously in the time attack seeding, I'll probably just push it on there as well. Because most of the time you won't get a bug that will force you to crash. Sometimes it'll cost you a bit of time, but in the zone where you're in, you know, when you're focused in the zone, it should be okay. You should be able to, be able to recover from it pretty quickly. No, that was not good. That was a really bad start actually. It's okay. A lot of people crashing. It's calming down now, guys. It's calming down. I'll be done, by the way, soon. What time is it? Oh, is it kicked off? Right, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go and watch the Champions League, I imagine, or go on Team Speak soon. Yeah, I'm gonna head off soon as well. Okay. I don't think that was actually a legit line. I think that's actually good. Funny to see when the people turn up ESWC and just start doing that in the round. I'll be like, okay then. I'm just gonna go ahead and pass you at the corner. That's alright by you? For you? Probably not, but you know. You practiced a bad line. Obviously, it's just trolling. Jesus, how much speed did he get then? Holy fuck. That was pretty crazy. He's actually up on his PB. Oh, I can't see his PB. So. I'm really glad I'm not bad on this map, because like I'd feel really awful about playing this map if I was bad. I think on it. Coon's actually in a really good time so far. Look, you can see what I'm saying. Like I'm saying it's a really good time, and he's 0.27 behind Tween. Because Tween's end is pretty bad, and it's still a 104.98. It's fucking ridiculous. So, is he going to beat my time? No, he won't. He's fucked it up anyway. He's not even going to use PB now, actually, might be close to it. But yeah, he completely fucked it up with that long gas release. And it's still at 0.33, wow. Hello Nicholas, how you doing? welcome to the stream. I'm actually gonna be done streaming soon, but hopefully you guys have been enjoying it. Hopefully you enjoyed the practice match I played. If you didn't see the practice match because you tuned in late, it will be up on my YouTube. Probably tomorrow. I probably won't upload it tonight unless I'm like paying. Actually, I might upload it tonight, but you probably won't see it until after you've gone to bed, because it usually takes a while to process long VODs for me. It takes a while to process my VODs because they're in MP4s. I can't bother converting them. So I actually upload them pretty quickly. It's usually the processing that takes a lot longer. So just watch out on my YouTube. You'll find the VOD. I'll timestamp the match, and I'll timestamp the other match that I played if I can find it, if it's on my VODs. I think it is somewhere. But actually, I didn't really know the maps too well when I last played that last practice match, which was it was like a week and a half ago. There were some maps I was really bad on, so I can try and find it, but well, I probably won't. You're very good, thanks, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. But yeah, just now I'm going to be playing on the biggest stage of them all in Trackmania in the weeks or so time, so see how it goes. God, that was bad. But yeah, it's good to see Carl and Rapt playing. Whoever was talking about that before, it is cool to see them playing again. Carl pretty much always comes back for ESWC. I think Rapt just does the same thing, but it's cool that they do come back and play in, the tournaments. It's still, they're still very good players, needless to say, they might not be, on top of France, so to speak. They might not be, the dominant French players that they once were, but they're still, they're legends in the game for a good reason. They're still very good. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, it's always an honor to play with them, and it will be an honor to watch them play at ESWC as well. Just because they're like pioneers of the game almost, especially Carl, but Rapt as well. They've both been around since the start. They were both among the first players that learned how to drift and started showing the world, the Trackmania world, how it's done in terms of drifting, like in terms of power sliding and release, just normal sliding where you release gas as well. On technically difficult tracks, like all the ESWC map packs back then were pretty technically difficult. So they helped shape Trackmania into what it is today. Players like them, so hopefully you guys can appreciate why they're so respected. Like even if they're not, at the very top of the game like they used to be nowadays, then you guys can understand why they're, everyone's very friendly with them when they come on the servers and likes to make conversation with them and whatnot. So yeah, that's pretty much that about Carl and Rapt. I'm just rambling a bit right now. I realise that. I'm sorry. Just trying to find things to talk about, really. That bug I just thought I could talk about a bit, because it does happen occasionally when you're trying to go off the side of the ramp that you just your car just kind of bugs in midair, which is pretty strange. But it happens so rarely. That's the first round you've seen it happen today. It's the first round I've actually done it today, so you can see it's the kind of bug that happens once every like 200 rounds, or maybe 100 rounds, or maybe 50. I don't know. But either way, the number's so minute that you wouldn't not go off the side of the ramp just because of that, because it actually saves you so much time. What time are we on though, guys? We're at 5 to 9. I'm gonna stop streaming at 9. I'll play a couple more rounds, see you guys. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the stream so far. I think it's gone for about 2 hours now, which is, you know, it's okay. That's usually what I try and keep it to, there or thereabouts, so I don't really try and drag it on for like a ridiculous amount of time. I am actually thinking about in a 24-hour race in the future, maybe combining it with doing a 24-hour stream and just doing the whole, you know, thing. Well, not driving the whole thing, but just being around for the whole thing might be quite cool. But I think that'll get quite dreary after a while, just seeing the same track for 24 hours. So, you know, I think I'll do. Think about doing something. That's interesting. I'll think about doing something, but yeah, I'm not decided on what yet. It'll be after ESWC for sure, though. For now, I'm just gonna stick to this same kind of practice some off stream after I've eaten in the evening. Probably stream like around that time that I'm streaming is gonna be when practice matches are played. So hopefully over the next few days there'll be plenty more of those for you guys to watch as well. Should be cool, because I think they're the most interesting things of practice at the moment. Yeah, I'm just kind of rambling right now. I'm sorry. I presume Kuhn's got a better PB here offline than he does online or in time attack or something, because he actually looks very solid here in terms of like general racing lines, and he just looks good here. I can just, you know, it's just the kind of thing you can just tell just from how he's drifting here. Really, he looks comfortable here. I mean, he's done that point 3, did that point. He's done fast times while he's in the troll line, for example. Yeah, I see. He's very comfortable in that start. He looks good in it because he doesn't be failing it very much. Who are they talking about in the game chat? It's on my remix. No, it's the kind of thing that I don't really like people talking about other people on the stream, but oh well. They're just gonna. They're not really saying anything bad about him, really. It's just, well, they're not really saying anything particularly insulting. They're just kind of talking about his lack of communication with teams, I guess. It's not really a secretive thing, you know. It's not like you saying that you hate someone behind their back. It's looking at it from a team standpoint more than anything else. It's not really anything that needs to be kept in the dark on what they were talking about. It's just a discussion, really. Frost is training these maps. Yeah. Funny. See what Kuhn's just done now, he's going to carry a ridiculous amount of speed, so when you do this, you have to release a lot there, or else you will get the slowdown, but at least practice this map. He definitely practiced it. Jesus, he gained a lot then. And tween. He pretty much carried loads of speed, but then he just released at the right time and didn't get the slowdown anyway. I don't think I'm ever going to risk doing it like that because like, the problem is, well actually Kuhn, I've talked to him about this before and he said he listens to car sounds, so it's easy for him, but as someone that doesn't listen intently to car sounds, it's quite hard for me to do what he's doing. Although I might try it on Friday in Paris, just because I might just try playing without game sound. Playing just with game sound and no music. I don't usually play matches with music on anyway, so I might just try practicing on this map with my usual game sound setup, and I might just try listening to the gears of the car in that last turn, because if I can figure out what he's doing, then I can actually make my end a little bit better. I mean, my end's fine as it is already. It's not. You know, it's a lot better than most people's, because most people actually do get the slowdown and seems to not have any indication as to how to avoid it. But as you can see, Kuhn's like just doing it full out, but then he can listen to his car sounds, he knows if he's going to get the gear change, doesn't get it. And he looks like he's just doing really well in this one. So this is probably... yeah, he's getting there for sure. I guess that is his PB then, okay. Can't see the advantage. Well, he can listen to the revs of the car, and it's a okay. So to describe the last turn for you, if you have too much speed in that last turn, you get a gear change during the drift. So he can tell just from his game sounds when to release gas, and it's hard for me to just do that, obviously, because I'm not listening to the game sounds intently. I've got them on in the background, kind of. Like you can hear the drifting, but you can't really hear much else. Yeah, but he said that that's how he does the turn. He just listens to his sounds. I mean, it's just something I'm going to try out. Like, I do it differently. I as you saw in the match, I carry less speed and then I just like go full out in that last turn. I just hold down the gas and drift a bit, you know. Yeah, we just do it differently, I guess. I mean, I'm not going to stray away from my practice line unless it's like I can really do that. I'll practice this for like an hour maybe in Paris and just see. It depends how much time I have on the Friday to do stuff like that. If I don't have time to do it, I don't really care, but it might just be interesting to see how that pans out. I don't think it doesn't make a big difference, but it might just be an interesting thing to look at. Because Kuhn seems to be quite fast here. I mean, he's good at the rest of the track, don't get me wrong, but that'll probably make a difference. That's another ramp sign you can hit, by the way. Yeah, the first matches start at 9:30. Well, that's when the TAs starts at 9:30, and the matches are not long after that. Yeah, French qualifier is Friday. Obviously, I'm not typing, so I can't. He doesn't know that. Oh, that was close. Jesus. That's the wall. Oh, Jesus. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, sis, then, you know, bygones be bygones, you know. Just do it my way then, because I can do it consistently doing my way. So, that doesn't really bother me, in any case. That would make sense though, because there are a lot of players at this one, so that's probably true. In fact, that is almost certainly true in this one, because there's 32 players at this one. In the last few ones there's only been 16, so maybe you could have like a bit more time to practice. But with all the CS going on as well, with, you know, quite a few games being at the event, and there's 32 Trackmania players, you know, to cater for, that's almost certainly going to be the case, I imagine. That you're only playing like just before your match on the PCs. There probably won't be enough PCs to accommodate everyone. That's a good point. That's fine. I don't really mind, it was just going to be something I was going to try out. I might just try it out on the day before that I go then. During my non-stream practice, just see how it goes. Just listen to the car sounds in that last turn. It's not something I'm particularly good. This is how I do it. So I go like this. I carry an okay amount of speed anyway, don't get me wrong, but I just, you know, I just know I'm not going to get that bug just because of, you know, how I'm doing the end. Like, I'm just taking more of an inside line. So in that respect, using the inside line, I guess I'm gaining on current in that turn itself, and then he's getting back on me in the long straight afterwards, but in the end we're both going to not feel the end, I guess. Although he's, you know, know, he's got his way of doing it, I've got my way of doing it, and you know, that's fine. I'm comfortable doing what I just did, and it doesn't seem to be really, I don't think it's going to make a tremendously big difference, if I'm honest. So yeah, I'm not really worried about it either way. And the thing is it would kind of be changing my style at the same time, because I've never intently listened to car sounds as I've raced ever before. I've always just had them on as a background, as you know, something just like to keep me in the zone almost. It's not really, you know, something to immerse me in the game during, you know, a match. It's not really something I should listen to as part of the game plan. And it's something I've never done it as part of the game plan. So, yeah. So it doesn't really matter anyway, it's fine. Yeah. Oh well. It's just a thought. I mean, of course I could still do it, but yeah, I really don't see the point, to be honest. Because, like, thinking about it a bit more, I would just be changing how I actually play in matches just to do that. I'll be doing something that I've never done before. I'll be out of my comfort zone to do that, I guess. It sounds like something that Kuhn's always done to avoid gear changes, to like listen to his car's gears, but I've never really done that. So, how much time have I got left? Okay, oh, it's actually 9:05. I've been streaming a bit longer than I thought I would, so it's gonna be my last run, guys. Yeah, they're having an interesting conversation about fishing, you know? No? Nope. If he likes to fish, he likes to fish, man. What can you say? So this is my last one, guys, and I'm just gonna wind down a bit, you know. Yeah. If you've got any questions, I can answer them, I guess, afterwards. I mean, I've been answering them during the stream, but I'll actually not be playing, so you can, you know, ask anything if you have anything that you desperately want to ask. I can answer that. I released Gas because I was about to do the same thing he did. And that's the risk of going over the edge as you transition from the ground to the road, if you will. Your car can just make a little flip like that. I don't think I've carried enough speed to get the slow down. I'm going to release a tiny bit just to make sure. I didn't have enough speed to get the slow down, but I just went straight to the pole. But that's okay. It's my last run anyway. Alright, so that's it for today's stream. I've streamed for, let's have a look, 2 hours 4 minutes, so that's pretty good. I mean, you know, keeping them to around 2-hour chunks seems to be working out pretty well, because, you know, I don't get disinterested. It's, you know, a lengthy amount of time that you can see all the maps. You know, you can see a practice match and you can see some training either side of it as well. You could potentially see 2 practice matches in that time if that's what I do one day. You know, it's good. It's you know, it's a good time to it's a good amount of streaming time, I guess. So we're gonna stick to that. All right. So thanks, guys, for watching the stream. Hope you enjoyed the practice match. I'll timestamp it on YouTube and I'll put up the VOD if you missed it. So if you want to follow my social media, you can see it below. You know, I've got my YouTube, my Twitter, my Facebook, and my Spotify playlist. It's not this playlist, my actual Spotify playlist that I use when I play when I'm not on stream. It's got bit more music than this one does, unfortunately, because the music industry doesn't like people using music without, you know, commercial licenses in videos and live streaming. I'm just gonna play, you know, music that isn't going to get me copyrighted, get my audio muted, or get my video deleted, or, you know, make my video unwatchable in certain countries. So anyway, that's just talking about that. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you tomorrow, most likely. Maybe. Honestly, I'm a bit inconsistent with my streaming times at the moment, I understand that, but it's generally in the evening around, you know, 7 PM I'll start, about 9 PM I'll finish. It's usually the general procedure. And that's my time, so that'll be 8 PM European till 10 PM European time. You just work it out from that, I guess. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later in the week.